No, you fight him. You fight him.
Come on, let go of my boat. Look at it, he's eating my boat. Watch it, watch it, watch it, watch it. He's away.
If you don't bite me, I won't bite you.
And good morning. Welcome to Coastal Carolina Fishing. I'm Bill Hitchcock. Certainly hope everything's going all right for you today. Well, mark it on your calendars. What is it, May 26th? May 26, 1995. This is the very last showing of Coastal Carolina Fishing, our last episode. And to do what we're going to do on our last episode ever of Coastal Carolina Fishing, roll that tape, Steve. We're going to give you a fishing report. No, we're not going to shortchange you because we've got a great fishing report to get out to you. We're also going to be giving you the weather report. Got a great weather report to get out to you. Also, what we're going to be doing on today's show, we're going to show you the very first episode of Coastal Carolina Fishing ever. There it is. There's a shark. It was a shark fishing show with the illustrious Captain Joe Shute, the very first program that we ever did on Coastal Carolina Fishing over 5 years ago. Again, today's our last program, so make sure you got a videotape in your VCR. Hit play record because you don't want to miss this one. We're going to commercial break. We'll be right back with the fishing report. We'll be right back. And welcome back to the very last airing showing of Coastal Carolina Fishing. We're going to continue on like normal, like nothing's going on. And the reason why we're going to do that, because fishing is absolutely fantastic. We're going to get on with the fishing report. Offshore fishing for all of the boats, whether it's Oregon Inlet, out of Hatteras, out of Ocracoke, Morehead City, down in Wilmington. It seems like over the past couple, 3-4 days, has been dominated by dolphin fishing. The dolphin fishing's been doing extremely well up here towards the point. The Hatteras area, we're hearing around Diamond Shoal Towers right out here in the 280 rocks. The guys coming out of the Morehead City area working on out here towards the Big Rock, of course, 90-foot drop, 14 buoy, 90-foot drop doing well. And also the boats working around the 23-mile rock out of Riceville Beach. Dolphin, the exceptions that we keep hearing about. It sounds like a broken record, but we keep hearing about the king mackerel activity around the Cape Lookout shoals, primarily around the northwest places, 1, 2, 3, Big 10, Little 10. This is where king mackerels have been doing very, very well. The only exception to this is we had been hearing a lot about the D-wreck on the east side of Cape Lookout shoals. Now the guys are working out a little bit further towards the Atlas tankers. This is where we have been hearing about the king catches. So it has been doing well. These kings are not all that big, but this is, hey, no king is better than, some kings are better than no kings. As we go on into our up-close place, what's been going on up there? Speckled trout up to 3 pounds on this little bridge right here. They've been working up and down here, getting speckled trouts up to 3 pounds off of twister tails. Also limiting on cobia in Oregon Inlet, working on down here. They've been limiting out on Oregon Inlet. Normally we don't hear about the cobia fishing in the sounds up in this neck of the woods. It's usually Hatteras on down south to the Bogue Banks area, but they have been doing very, very well with cobias here at Oregon Inlet. Now, working on down into the Hatteras area, flounder up to 24 inches, big blues up to 19 pounds, speckled trout in the 2 and the 2.5 pound range, all being caught at the micro tower about 1 mile off of Rodanthe in the Sound. So that is incredible hearing right on back here. They're doing very, very well with all of these fish. Also working on down towards Cape Point, Spanish mackerel, bluefish, and some big bluefish in the 10 to 14 pound range right here off of Cape Point, and actually working a little bit north up here towards Avon on the south beach of Hatteras. What has been going on? Sea mullet up to 2 pounds 5 ounces and pompano up to 2 pounds 5 ounces. So they're doing very, very well with those. Hatteras Island Pier working over here towards the south beach. Cobia, 3 cobia, 2 at 43 pounds, 1 at 54 pounds. Also king mackerels up to 30 pounds. Now working on down into the Ocracoke area. Yeah, just keep it right there. Keep it right there. Blair's Channel, they're picking up cobias up in the 46 pound range. We've done several shows up there with Ronnie O'Neill. Great cobia fishing going on. Also in, great trout at Wallace's Channel. We got Blair's Channel and Wallace's Channel working back here, doing very, very well. Steve, I'm going to mess you up. How about go back to that Hatteras Island chart? There we go. Hot diggy doos. The reason why is that they're doing very good with red drum and puppy drum in the 6.5 pound range up here on the northern end. They're also catching large bluefish up here on the northern end. And around ramp 70, as I recall, they're doing very well with pompano just off of ramp 70. As we go on back to that other chart here, Steve, there we go. Let's see, Cape Lookout, 7 cobia the past 2 days that we know about caught out here at the hook of the Cape. These cobias are coming in between 35 and 65 pounds. By the way, I'm very pleased to to report that all the cobia catches that have been happening this year, number one, there's been lots of them. Number two, the average size of them is much larger than it has been in the past years. Coast Guard Station, also another place they've been catching cobia. Working backside here at Shackford Banks near the Rock Jetty. It's another good place they've been picking up cobia. It's also the famous place, we'll call it the George Summerlin Hole, but it's right behind the Hampton, the marine fisheries, also the community college here. 20 feet of water, this is where they've been catching cobias. And also over here by Harker's Island, in between Beaufort and Harker's Island, they've been doing very, very well with the cobia catches. What else has been going on? They've been picking up flounders up to 4 pounds, working on inside the hook of the Cape here. Spanish mackerel fishing is ballistic at all the piers along the surf here at Shackelford, as well as over here in the Bogue Banks area. We are hearing about cobia being caught, also in the Turning Basin. I want to find that Sportsman's Pier, also picking up bluefish in the up to the 12, 14 pound range. They're also picking up Spanish mackerel, pompano in the 1.5 pound range. And last Wednesday, Sportsman's Pier had 3 cobia hooked onto, but they did not get those up to the pier. And that's pretty much indicative of all the pier fishing activity on both sides of the Bogue Banks area. As we go on into the other side, again, Spanish mackerel off of the piers, off the surf, the large bluefish in the 10, 12 pound range. Just about every pier has been picking those up, as well as a smaller bluefish, as well as pompano. As we work on into our very last area, what's been going on? These guys have pretty much been experiencing the Spanish mackerel as well, the large bluefish as well, but we hear more about king mackerel catches off of these piers. Also hearing about flounder at the Topsail Sound Pier, doing very, very good with flounder, as well as Surf City Ocean Pier, picking up king mackerels in the 18 to 20 pound range, and cobia hooked onto and lost, and flounder, that's what I was looking for. Down here towards Carolina Beach, they've been picking up flounder in the 3, 4, and 5, 6 pound range, fishing right behind the breakers and around the pilings, around the piers. That's all the time that we have for the fishing report. Going to commercial break. When we come back, we're going to show you the very first show ever on Coastal Carolina Fishing. We'll be right back.
One bait this size for the size fish we're fishing for will do for 2 baits. Just take him and cut him at an angle just like this. Cut him right across. Let's say we're fishing with small hooks here. Just take it and thread it right through him. Just get a good hook up on it, that's all you want. And that's one bait right here. One thing I do, especially when I'm shark fishing, I always carry, this looks like WD-40, but it's not, it's menhaden oil. I put it in a little spray bottle. Even though these are nice, fresh, live menhaden, spray 100% menhaden oil on them, and it gives them a little slick behind them, adds more oil to them, and it'll attract the sharks a whole lot better. Just hold him over the side of the boat, put a few shots on him. Wrong one. I like to use, I'm using a live bait, what they call a live bait outfit. It's a 7.5 foot rod. It's 12 to 30 pound class rod. I'm using a Penn Senator high speed 3/0 reel. I got 425 yards of 20 pound test line on it. This is all you need for fishing for these small sharks. If a big one comes up, we may cut loose and go chasing, but I have had them take everything off of here. We've caught them up to 400 and 500 pounds in the sound before, but we're after those little 60 to 80 pounders this morning, so. Let me see if I can't toss her out there, and that's right where we want it. Let it sink to the bottom. That one day we had a charter and we fished for Spanish and been killing them all week. Took him out, fished all day long, and only caught 4 or 5 Spanish mackerel. And I apologized to him when we got back to the dock. Real sorry, sir. He said, son, let me tell you something. He said, if you caught fish every time you went, they'd call it catching. That made me feel a lot better.
Yeah, that's true.
He just hit it. Here he goes. He's getting ready to go. There he goes. There he goes. Rod, he's yours. Out. Tighten the drag down. Let him tighten it up. He may have dropped it. He dropped it. He's still on there. Set the hook. Set the hook. You got him. There you go. He's on. Let me get this up. I told you that's why we didn't catch one a minute ago. Didn't have no bait on there. See how he bounced that rod tip before he picked it up? That's the way they normally do. All right.
He's coming right to the boat this time around.
Sound like an eater size one. We'll have to get the gaff and put this one in the boat. Let me clear the deck here.
Eating size. Oh, he's a little stubborn now.
That's good. Play with him. All right. I didn't figure it'd take long once we got bait on there.
Ooh, he's a little stubborn now.
The only thing you have to be careful of is to make sure he doesn't get around the anchor rope up here, which that's the direction he's heading.
He's the direction he's going. I think we'll get him in here, though. Yeah, he's about the right size for table
that's good
fare.
eating size on here. He's probably about 25 pounds. Oh boy, let me clear this stuff off the deck. Now he's under the boat. Yeah, fishy, fishy. Whoa, whoa, whoa. He decided he wanted to go a little. There you go, loosen that drag and touch. Let's hope he's not a hammerhead or a tiger shark. We ought to let him go. We don't want to eat those. They're not very good to eat. Here he comes up.
Come to Papa now. Oh yeah, he's just the right size for eating, Joe.
All right, I'll be right there. I'm just cleaning out the forward deck here.
Yeah, he's a nice one.
I want to gaff him and put him right in the cooler. Oh, that's
All
about
right.
a 15, 20 pounder. Good eating size. Let me get my gloves on. I'll wait around here and not. All right.
All right.
Okay, this is gonna be the fun part. He ain't gonna like this a whole lot. Uh-oh. Told you.
No, he didn't like that
He
at
didn't
all.
like that. That gaff point's not that sharp for these sharks. That's the problem. Got him in the gill that time. That's no problem. All right. Kind of untwist him here. Let go of my boat. Look at it. He's eating my boat. He's got hand me that billy club while we got him there. He's eating my boat. Smallest ones are 15, 20 pounds. I mean, how many people go around constantly catching 10 to 15 pound fish?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to worry about size. The only thing you got to worry about really is being too big.
We might be close to the line.
All right, there he is. Come on, take him again. Is he close up? No, he's cleared the other line, okay.
Come on,
Think
get
we'll
away
us
from
a
the
double.
motor.
I think we'll get us a double here in just a minute. Get here on the upper
Yeah,
side.
he's a nice little one.
Get my glove on here. He might be a little one, but he's still got a good fight in him.
Yeah, he doesn't like being hooked.
That's going under the boat.
I guess he doesn't want to come in right now.
Doesn't look like it, does it?
I guess he's getting a little. He wants a little more line.
Adds an awful lot of strength to it. You get a 20-pound fish. Look at there. He says, I
This
don't
ain't a
want.
shark.
It's not.
No,
It's cobia.
I think it's an amberjack.
An AJ? No.
It didn't look like a shark. I'm not sure.
No. Well, let's see what he is.
The tail didn't look like a shark to me.
I haven't seen him yet. Damn king mackerel, my God, look at this. A nice one. Well, let him run. Man, that is a 35-pound king mackerel. What's he doing in here? Eating on the bottom.
I'll be damned.
Keep it down. My, you believe this? Now, here we are fishing in the sound for
Fishing
shark
for
on the
shark.
bottom with dead bait. And check this king mackerel out,
Whoa,
boys and girls.
Look at that
Look at
king.
this now,
Woo.
boys and girls. Shark fishing inside the inlet, Beaufort Inlet, and catching about a 25 to 30-pound king mackerel. Do you believe? Whoa, watch that. Let's not do that, boys. All right, let me put him in the cooler.
I'll be doggone.
I can't
That's
believe it.
incredible.
With all this bait fish running around here, that's the biggest king I've caught this year on a charter, and we catch him inside the inlet. We'll have to wait.
All right, hate to leave all that action where it's time to do the weather report. Again, that was the very first show that we did in Coastal Carolina Fishing with Captain Joe Shute. We'll talk about that a little bit later on. This is our last show, so we thought it would be appropriate to show the very first segment that we ever did on Coastal Carolina Fishing. Now, weather, let's take a look at this. A lot of L's here along the coast of North Carolina. This is from from 2 a.m. Let's go on into our 12-hour projection, Steve. This starts to make sense. Watch this system here. You can see this is a warm front, and it comes over here. Once it gets over to North Carolina, it turns into a warm front, cold front. I'm not really sure what it is. This is our 12-hour projection. Now, going on into our 24-hour projection, this is what's starting to occur. We've got an interesting thing that is happening here. You can see that our frontal system here is staying up here on the top northeastern part of North Carolina. It looks like over the next 24, 48 hours, it's going to stay there. So consequently, it is going to move a little bit south to about the Morehead City area. Well, not exactly over Morehead City, but it is going to move south. If it does not come over us, the winds will not shift direction. If it does go over us, the winds will shift direction from the south out of the north. I don't think this frontal system is going to come on down to us. As a matter of fact, this should turn into a warm front and start moving north. So from about Cape Lookout south, the weather should not change too much, but from Cape Lookout north, the weather's going to change a little bit this weekend. The wind primarily is going to shift 180 degrees. As we go on in and take a look at our next graphic here, you can see from the jet stream, yellow is yesterday, red is today. There's not too much movement up here. You can see it moves a little bit north, and consequently, where this jet stream goes, so goes that frontal system we were just talking about. So if this jet stream keeps going north, that frontal system will follow north with it. Go on into our next graphic here. We'll show you yesterday at 6 p.m. You can see the associated rain and stuff from that frontal system that's isolated about right here. Go on into our 6 a.m., our current imagery here. You can see, again, the northeast corner here of North Carolina where that system is stalled. They've got the rain and stuff with that low pressure system going on into our 24-hour projection. You can see it looks like it's dissipating just a little bit with this high pressure system. Hopefully, if that low pressure moves back up as a warm front, this high pressure system will scoot on up the east coast here. Going on into our next graphic here, you can see shooting over here from Mexico all the way to North Carolina. You can see that little bit of rain associated with that frontal system, northeast corner. As we go on and take a look at our temperatures, basically 80s up and down the coast of North Carolina. It's going to be a great day everywhere that you're going to go. As we go on in and take a look at our satellite imagery. Yes, sir. From, what was this, 4 hours ago. Again, from that frontal system. It's just right here over North Carolina. Behind it, you can see the rain. It gets pretty intense over Virginia. That's why they like coming down to North Carolina, because they get rained on. That's not true. Go on into 2 hours ago. Let's see what happens. You can see that it is starting to dissipate a little bit. And again, that rain is associated with that low pressure system that is just staying right over the North Carolina-Virginia border. Going on and take a look at our current satellite imagery along the coast of North Carolina. You can see that actually along the coast of North Carolina, everything is absolutely fantastic. It looks like over the next 24 hours or so, from about this point north, the winds will be shifting out of the north, but from this point south, the winds will maintain out of the south, and we only have about a 20 to 30% chance of rain. What's this weekend look like? You better go fishing, because it's going to be absolutely fantastic. Let's go on and take a look at our current wind and sea conditions. And for the very last time, welcome back to Coastal Carolina Fishing. Today is May 26, 1995. Today's the very last time you'll ever see Coastal Carolina Fishing, because today is the very last day of Coastal Carolina Fishing. We showed you Captain Joe shoot shark fishing. That was the very first program that we ever did 5 years ago. The 5-year, well, actually a little over 5 years now, stint of Coastal Carolina Fishing is coming to an end. I'd like to thank Captain Joe Shoot for doing that very exciting program. And by the way, most people don't realize you can catch king mackerels off the bottom. That was in Beaufort Inlet, I believe, in August. So that's something you might want to try. I got a few minutes here. I think I'll take the opportunity to speak. I don't know what I'm really going to talk about. I do want to say that I created Coastal Carolina Fishing because I saw a need. I think that the need still exists. This is how the coast of North Carolina, this is what we're all about, is fishing and tourism, and that brings up political things. We're also, there's the subject of commercial and recreational fishermen. I noticed in the Carteret News-Times this past Wednesday that my name is mentioned in there in regards to a issue, recreational commercial fishing. The whole idea is to have fun with fishing. That's what the program has been about. It has been a lot of fun. I've met a lot of people. I've been to almost quite literally every place along the coast of North Carolina, from Currituck down to Sunset Beach. I have learned a lot. I came to the show as a television producer, not as a fisherman. I saw the need. And you know what? I don't believe it, but I'm starting to get choked up a little bit. I think I better say bye to everybody. It's been fun. It's over. Maybe another time. Bye.